It's 6:03 a.m., and a thin fog blankets Willow Lake. I'm sipping coffee on my dock, staring at the empty spot where my boat should be. Again, most folks would call the cops, but me? I just smile. Cameras have been rolling for weeks. Laura, the HOA president and self-proclaimed empress of Lake Manners, has been borrowing my pontoon for her little cruises. She waves to neighbors like she's the queen, wine glass in one hand, arrogance in the other. Her mistake? Thinking that boat was mine. It's not. Not anymore. She's not stealing from mesh swimming straight into a legal trap, and I'm holding the net. I bought this cabin last spring with the last of my dad's inheritance. He loved this lake. We'd fish here when I was a kid, just us and a bag of jerky. The dock was weathered but sturdy. And the boat? A 24-foot electric pontoon, sleek with Bluetooth speakers and waterproof seats. I named her Sunny. I thought I'd bought peace, but Laura showed up on day 3, strutting down my dock in sneakers and pearls, clipboard clutched like a scepter. No loud music after 8 p.m., she barked. No flags over 12 inches. No tacky boat covers. I asked if she was with the county. I'm HOA, she snapped, like it was a royal title. I told her my property wasn't under her rules private land, exempt. Her smile vanished, and that's when the war began. Laura's attacks were petty but relentless. Pink envelopes with fake fines, warnings taped to my kayak, noise complaints when I grilled past sunset. Once, she claimed my non-existent dog broke leash laws. Then she set her sights on Sunny. I kept the boat chain, but I got careless, Leah VYing the key in the ignition. One morning, it was gone. It came back with wet footprints and a cracked speaker. Another time, a wine stain on the seat, radio presets changed. Then I saw her Laura, in a wide-brimmed hat, gliding across the lake like a pirate queen, my boat her throne. I confronted her. It looked abandoned, she sneered, claiming it was in HOA waters. I told her no such thing existed. She just paddled off, dragging my dock rope. That's when I got smart. I hid a GPS tracker in the console and a GoPro in the cup holder. After her 4th joyride, I called Uncle Tom, a retired Coast Guard legend who once towed a yacht with fishing line for a bet. He's also a legal shark. I told him everything. He laughed for 3 minutes, then said, "To catch a Laura, you don't yell. You bait the hook." So I transferred Sunny's title to Tom signed, sealed, counter-recorded. I was just the guy storing it. Laura wasn't borrowing from her neighbor anymore. She was stealing from a federal retiree with government connections. Better yet, the boat's insurance barred unauthorized users. Any damage, any crash? That's grand theft, felony territory. I left the boat out like candy. Polished seats, a cooler of non-alcoholic champagne, even fake flyers for Laura's scenic cruises slipped into the HOA mailbox. She took the bait hard. 4 or 5 weekends, she played Lake Royalty, her poodle in a life vest, hosting brunches mid-cruise, toasting community unity. Every second was recorded. The final straw? She filed a complaint, claiming Saw I Saw was stalking Saw Her Saw, that I'd abandoned the boat. I nearly choked laughing. Time to reel her in. At the next HOA meeting, I walked in with a USB stick and a folder of photos. Laura was mid-rant, pointing at a lake map, pushing for a no-wake zone by my dock. I waited, then asked, "Enjoy the champagne last weekend?" The room froze. "What?" she stammered. "The boat," I said. "The one that's not mine." I plugged in the USB. The projector lit up. Laura, cradling her dog, sipping bubbly, preaching values on a boat she swore was abandoned. Time-stamped, crystal clear. I dropped the folder title, insurance policy, county records, her smiling face caught on camera. The silence was electric. Laura sputtered, "This is harassment." But the board unraveled. One guy muttered about liability. Another asked, "You said he abandoned it, but you saw it?" I slid a letter to the board president. "Tom's suing the HOA for enabling theft, damage, and liability," I said. "I'm just the witness." The room buzzed like a lit fuse. Laura didn't follow me out. Her empire was cracking. But she didn't quit. A pink envelope appeared, fining me for unapproved surveillance. I mailed it to Tom's lawyer. Then came the gazebo Laura's pride, built with HOA funds on the public dock. She'd held a ribbon cutting, cupcakes and all, boasting shoreline order. Problem? It was 37 inches on a saw land, a strip I'd bought quietly a year earlier. No permits, no permission, pure trespass. I met Tom's attorney, Francis, who drafted a cease and desist for unauthorized construction and zoning violations. We taped it to the gazebo. Laura tore it down, screaming about ungrateful neighbors. I pointed to my deck camera. Smile for the lawsuit. The HOA split. Half wanted Laura gone. Half clung to her like rats on a sinking ship. Francis filed a subpoena. Anyone backing Laura would be personally liable. Laura stormed my dock, hissing, "You're ruining everything." I shrugged. "You did that yourself." County inspectors arrived, measured, and slapped the HOA with a notice. Remove the gazebo or face due law 5,000 daily fines. The board voted Laura out by a landslide. She grabbed her clipboard and vanished into the night. But the real storm hit later. Laura had used HOA funds to fix Sonny's buoy scratch due law 5,000 marked boat restoration. Embezzlement. Francis reported it to the county auditor. Fake invoices surfaced, even a payment to Laura's cousin's landscaping firm. Laura lawyered up, blaming stress. Her house went up for sale, a desperate listing. Then, back for a deposition, she was caught dumping shredded papers in the HOA dumpster on camera. Deputies arrested her for evidence tampering. She made bail, but her plea deal forced restitution, a public apology, and a ban from HOA rolls. I kept the boat, renamed Karma. Tom gifted it back, note attached, one trap sprung. The lake feels alive, again no fines, no spies. The new HOA, led by Jim, scrapped Laura's rules. My land's now legally untouchable, a fortress against future Loris. One morning, I took Karma out, dropped anchor, and released 2 pink envelopes and a gazebo photo into the water. A quiet goodbye. The lake's calm now, not just quiet, free. So what do you think? Was I too harsh, letting Laura dig her own grave? Should HOAs have any power over private land? Could you outsmart a tyrant like her? Or would you snap first? Drop your thoughts below, hit like if you love the drama, and subscribe for more stories where the little guy wins big. Thank you for taking the time to listen to today's story on Store of Good Stories. If this story touched your heart or made you think, don't forget to hit like and share the video to spread this positive message to more people. And if this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of the meaningful stories we share every week. Your support is the biggest motivation for Store of Good Stories to keep bringing heartfelt and valuable stories to you. See you in the next video.